Hey, what's up, y'all? Yes, it's time to do my top 25, yeah, for this week. Yeah, heading into week 4. Anyway, yeah, some big changes, this week, especially in the top 10. And first, I also want to tell you that tomorrow's edition of VicTube Live will be starting an hour earlier. It will be starting at 5 instead of 6 because I'm going to go to a football game at my high school. Uh, but anyway, so yes, let's get into it. Yes, we talk about the others receiving votes first. Yeah, still a lot of undefeated Power Five teams out there that still couldn't quite make the cut. And we got teams like Syracuse. I did end up bumping them out. Teams like like Auburn. Kentucky, Kansas. You know, Louisville, um, let's see, Iowa, Rutgers, um, um, Maryland, that just haven't quite made the cut yet. But if they keep winning, then obviously they will eventually land somewhere on this poll. But anyway, so I guess let's go ahead and put up the first five. Yes, so 25 to 21. So we are going to start with at number 25. We do have Missouri. Um, yeah, they beat previously 16th ranked Kansas State. So yeah, they're they're out. But yeah, Missouri being in from unranked to number 25 after that walk-off field goal win against Kansas State. And then at number 24, we do have Florida, yeah, who knocked off previously ranked uh, 14th Tennessee. So actually got a convincing win. Yeah, it looked like they were the better team. But yeah, the reason why I have Florida higher than Mizzou is because Florida did beat a higher ranked team, and they also did it in a more convincing fashion. So anyway, and then next up at number 23, also new this week, we have UCLA. Yeah, they've played three nobodies, and well, basically they've destroyed all of them. They just beat it, NC State by like 59 points. So I mean NC Central. My bad, not NC State. But anyway, so they do have a big game this week against Utah, so they'll have chances to climb higher. And then at number 22, we do have Washington State. So their big win is against Wisconsin, who I think I had ranked 14th when you beat them in week 2. So of course Wisconsin no longer ranked. And now let's look at they do a big game Saturday with Oregon State. So, and then we got at number 21, we do have North Carolina still undefeated. So yeah, they're going to keep climbing. So I think they do. Yeah, they do play Pitt this week. So okay, so that's the first five. Now let's move on to the next 10. Right. So let's do 20 through 11. So we will start at number 20 with Colorado. With Colorado. So yeah, I mean to decide to rank Colorado at number 20. They got a big game this week against Oregon, and yes, I do think that you're gonna get destroyed. But I did leave you at number 20, even though even though you went to even though you barely beat Colorado State in overtime. I decided not drop you, but let you keep moving up because you know what I want to let you enjoy your last couple of days in the spotlight. So anyway, and then and 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 then at number 19, we do have Miami of Florida. And yeah, they're still 3-0. They have the big win against Texas A&M. So and then they just destroyed Temple this week. It was what, like 48-7. So yeah, I'm gonna leave Miami at number 19. Now at number 18, I do have Utah. I think I did drop them down a little bit. I think they were at 15 last week. I've dropped them down to 18. I mean just due to poor performance, particularly on offense. I mean your defense has been. I mean yeah, your defense has been outstanding. But I do have a lot of concerns, about your offense, especially with Cam Rising, your quarterback still being out. Yeah, I don't really know what's what's going on with him. So yeah, I think no one really seems to know. I mean, I mean, it's kind of like the Lad McConkey, situation at Georgia. Where is Lad McConkey? Where is Cameron Rising? So, as you've heard that he's still recovering from his knee injury from the bowl game against Penn State, but anyway, but I mean, and you only managed to score, a measly 30 points on something called Weber State. I mean, you did only manage, 20 against Baylor. Meanwhile, you got Texas State is hanging 42 on Baylor. I mean, so yeah, I'm just really, concerned about your offense. So you may be in trouble this week against UCLA, but so that number 17, I do have Oregon State. They just keep moving up. So yeah, that they struggled a little bit with whoever it was that they played. Yeah, Fresno. No. Okay, yeah, I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I mean, you did win comfortably, but I mean, you did look really good in your first two games. So, and then at number 16, I do have Clemson. I know that in the AP poll, Clemson is not even ranked. I mean, or or another, or in some people's, you know, polls may have, Clemson, somewhere, 21 to 25. Uh, so yeah, but I have them at 16. So I guess I'm a little bit, higher on Clemson than most. Uh, yeah, I do think that they're probably the most underrated team in the country. But yeah, guess they had their struggles with Duke in the first game, but they've been looking better since then. Cade Klubnik has been looking better since then. Though they really haven't played anyone since then. But yeah, I'm not ready to write off Clemson just yet. And then speaking of Duke, I do have them at number 15. For beating Clemson. So have to have Duke higher than Clemson. So and then number 14, I do have Oklahoma. They've been scoring a bunch of points in like the 60s and 70s on like Arkansas State and in Tulsa. Though week 2 they did sort of struggle with SMU, but they did seem to get back on track last week. So it was like 66 to something against Tulsa. So anyway, so that number 13, I do have Alabama. Let's see, I believe I had them at number what was it? Number 11 last week. But I mean, it's not that they really struggled against South Florida. Just that the experiment of with Tyler Buckner and Ty Simpson just didn't work. Both were terrible. And there is a widespread spread belief that 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 Jalen Milroe was actually been benched in this game. He was actually suspended for this game because of he had some attitude issues after the Texas loss. So they just wanted to send him a message. Wanted to just light a fire under him. And we heard that he had responded well to the benching. So yes, he is going to be starting again this week against Ole Miss. So, but anyway, so now speaking of Ole Miss, I do have them at number 12. And yeah, Ole Miss last week, they beat Georgia Tech. It was a 48-23. Yes, Ole Miss blew out Georgia Tech. I mean, it's 25 points. That's a blowout. It doesn't really matter how you got there. Let's see, Jackson Dart has looked good. Quarterback for Ole Miss. Yeah, I think they're supposed to get Quinshon Judkins back for this game. I think he had he was dealing with like I guess probably like an ankle sprain or something against for Georgia Tech. But yeah, it sounds like he's gonna be back. So yes, that's gonna be a big game. Ole Miss goes on the road to Tuscaloosa. So, and then how about we take a look at Adam at number 11. This is where we have LSU. They are my highest ranked one-loss team. Yeah, they did have the blowout loss in week 1 to LSU, but I mean that really doesn't tell the whole story. I mean, they did absolutely obliterated Grambling, hung 72 on them, and then they just and then they just steamrolled Mississippi State 41 to 14. So I believe that yeah, and Jaden Daniels looked really good. Yeah, played like a Heisman contender in that Mississippi State game. So I still think that that LSU is still a dangerous team. So, and then number right. So now let's look at the top 10. So now, like I said, yeah, major changes to the top 10. I mean, I just decided, that I needed to just, completely overhaul the top 10, because you had some, teams at the top that were not looking good, and then I guess you had, teams that I was, treating as sort of like the next tier of teams, but these teams actually have actually looked better than these 4 teams over the last couple of weeks. So anyways, that's where that started. But anyway, so now let's start with number 10. So yeah, I do have Michigan at number 10. I have them continuing to slip down week after week because they continue to have these offensive letdowns. I mean, I'm against these, was it East Carolina, UNLV, Bowling Green. They have yet to even score 40 in any 3 of those games. The most they've scored is 35. Yeah, and I mean in this most recent game, I mean JJ McCarthy played was terrible. Yes, he threw, I guess, 3 interceptions against Bowling Green. I mean, they just really haven't looked good. I mean, their defense, yes, been like the what number 1 in scoring defense and second in total defense. But I mean, so yeah, just worried about what they're gonna do, when they have to, play a team, play someone like I guess maybe like Ohio State or Penn State that can put up a lot of points. They do have finally play a Power 5 team this week against Rutgers, and they do get Jim Harbaugh back from his suspension. So about the whole hamburger deal where he gave a player a hamburger and then tried to cover it up. I mean, but yeah, he's gonna be back next week. But I mean, Michigan needs to take take Rutgers, seriously. They could be on, upset alert. Against Rutgers. Rutgers is undefeated. They're not a pushover this year. So, but anyway, so I'm now about at number 9. I do have Oregon. Yes, they've destroyed Portland State and Hawaii, but then again, they also barely beat Tennessee Tech. Yes, had to come from behind to beat an unranked Tennessee Tech. So they really have had the one struggle game, which is kind of what's holding them back here. But anyway, so let's talk about 7 and 8. So at 8 I do have Texas, and at 7 I do have Florida State. Now both these teams do have really good wins. They probably have the two best wins in college football right now. Florida State over LSU, and Texas over Alabama. But anyway, yes, I do still have Florida State at Texas, because I guess FSU blew out LSU, but Texas only beat Alabama by 10. Anyway, but looks like the national perception of FSU has really been altered due to their struggle win against Boston College. They were lucky to have escaped with the win. Really, if not for Boston College having so many penalties, you probably lose. And Boston College doesn't, miss an extra point earlier in the game, then we're looking at overtime. So, and now and now they're only like a 2-point favorite against Clemson. Yeah, just 2 or 3 points. Yes, that's really why I dropped them. Way down from number 1. Is that fair? Drop them that far? I don't know, or Texas kind of walked through most of the game against what was it, Wyoming, and then their win over Alabama now does not look as good. So it was obviously for Florida State. Obviously, they'll have a big chance to atone this week against Clemson. So okay, so now the top 6. So I guess it'll be easier to just take this from the top. Let's see. So basically, the 4 teams we got Penn State, Washington, Notre Dame, and USC. If you feel like these have played like the best 4 teams. They really haven't played great competition, but they're also pretty much the only teams that haven't really ever struggled. Just put Penn State at number 1. They've been covering every week. I think they did cover against against West Virginia, and I think this last week they're like a 15-point favorite over Illinois, won by 17. They hung, they beat like Delaware 66-7. So I had them at number 1. So they seem to have the better resume. I thought Washington was also very close behind them. They destroyed the 3 teams they've played, right, including Michigan State on the road. So, and the Notre Dame has obviously looked really good. Their best win being a 24-point win over NC State. Yes, Sam Hartman has looked really good. So, and for Washington, yes, Michael Penix has looked really good. He's leading he's leading the nation in passing yards. So, and then let's see, Penn State. I mean Drew Allar looked good in the first 2 games. Kind of struggled with Illinois, but it was his first road start. So, but I mean they do a really good running game with was it Nick Singleton, or right, and then Notre Dame does have Audric Estime at running back is really good. And that number 4, USC. We like their Southern Cal. We like their offense. They are stacked. Caleb Williams and that offense is just stacked. But I mean, but their defense is suspect. But it is, but it has been getting better every week. And of course, they didn't play Mum this week. They were on a bye, but let's see. But I mean, they're scoring in the 50s and 60s on everyone they play. And then we got like I said about their defense, but it's getting better. Do think it's already better than last year's, but. Anyway, so then I did put Georgia number 5 and Ohio 6. I know that Georgia's still number 1 in most polls, including the AP. And I mean I get it. I guess you use the philosophy of Georgia's won back-to-back national champions, so until someone knocks them off, they're still the champs, and they should still be number 1, right? Right, we are really being given the benefit of the doubt. And I mean I still have faith that we're gonna get better. I mean, I think that we just haven't hit our stride yet, but I mean, but I do think it's coming soon. We will be hitting our stride and looking, a lot better later on. But for now, I do feel like I do have us at number 5, and the number 6 to Ohio State. And it seems like they may be finally hitting their stride after struggling offensively in the first 2 games. They really exploded for 66 points against Western Kentucky. So, and now that game with Ohio State and Notre Dame is going to be huge. So, and I'm really excited about that game. But anyway, so that is going to be it. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see y'all again next time.